Let's speak about Workhorse, baby! What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor. I got the clothing line to prove that fact. And it's Friday, therefore we speak about Workhorse. It's a tradition on this channel. A couple of things have happened recently which we covered. First of all, the IKEA order coming in from Workhorse. That was quite an exciting one. But now, today as you watch this, it's the 1st of January 2021. So first of all, Happy New Year everyone. But that also means that it's the second quarter of the fiscal year for the USPS, which means that within the next 3 months, we expect the USPS contract to be announced. Now, I really don't expect it to happen anytime soon at all, my friends. I don't think they would have delayed it if they had the ability to announce it in the first or second week of this month. But let's just hope it comes within the 3-month time span. So aside from that, there's not really much major breaking news, except for the fact that there was a big sell-off. I mean, on the 5-day chart, down 13.44%, my friends. So I want to speak a little bit about why I think that is happening. We will take a look at the stock chart. I'll let you know what I'm looking at here. I'll let you know what I think could happen next going into next week. There's one article here. There's a few little bits and pieces I want to go through from it. There's also this. Zacks analysts anticipate Workhorse Group will post quarterly sales of $1.25 million. So we'll speak about that number a little bit. And just the fact that ARK Invest is doing what they do best and buying loads more Workhorse. So right before we get into the video, my friends, could I please ask you to hit that juicy like button for another Workhorse video? Drop me a comment down below and please do subscribe if you're new around here. All of that means the world to me. Also guys, since it is the 1st of January, if you've been thinking about signing up to my private Discord group, today is the best day to do that. In there you will get my buy and sell alerts in real time. I'll let you know when I plan on selling, price targets, etc, etc. The plan behind every single buy. There's access to over 40 private channels in there. Of course we have a Workhorse one. We have some really great people who get some really great information there before it makes it to any YouTube video. And I'm going to be doing a $1,000 giveaway over the next 7 days in there, my friends. So all you have to do to enter that is be a member. So that's the first link in the description. And if you want 4 free stocks on Webull, that's the second link in the description, my friends. You just have to sign up and deposit $100. Easiest money you'll make in your life. Maybe you'll get some free Workhorse shares. So before we get into the real charts, the real price action, 5-day chart, as I just said, where are we? We're down 13.44%. So obviously that's a huge drop on a 5-day chart. Lordstown Motors 5-day chart down 14.38%. ChargePoint 5-day chart down 12%. CIIC down 10.5%. And RMO down 23.76%. Now Tesla and NIO actually were both doing okay, but some of our smaller cap EV stocks didn't really do too hot. So I mean, yes, Workhorse had a terrible week, but it actually had a better week than some of the other EV stocks out there. I think one of the primary reasons for this was because people were selling for tax reasons. Now obviously that does not account for the sell-off that we did see happen yesterday, but I do think that played a role earlier on in the week. You can see it trickle up a little bit in the after hours, so hopefully that's going to be a bull sign going into Monday, but we're going to have to wait and see. But really, my friends, I think a lot of it just comes down to the fact that there's not as much excitement factor surrounding Workhorse as there once was, you know, 4 or 5 months ago. Back then we thought the USPS contract was coming within a couple of weeks. Everybody was really excited. And this is the nature of the stock market. Sometimes things don't go to plan, my friends. So I get it. You know, it's not as exciting as it used to be. There's a lot more exciting things out there in the short term right now. I mean, there's loads of really volatile stocks out there that are going in the right direction, that are going green. Especially over the last couple of weeks, there's been so many penny stocks. I think a lot of people just don't have the patience right now, which is completely fine. But I also think that when a very clear catalyst is to come back, those people will come swarming back into the company. So the writer of this article writes, 2 reasons for pessimism is the first one I really want to cover. The first and arguably most important reason for turning my back on buyers is the nasty, no good price action of late. Though volatility has remained elevated and Workhorse has persisted as a popular electric vehicle stock, its once powerful uptrend has turned. It's not outright bearish, not yet at least, but it's no longer bullish. So this is fair to see, but it's also a little bit short-sighted. Because I mean, look, again, a lot of us have been in Workhorse for a long time. We consolidated for a matter of what, 7th of July all the way up to, you know, the very start of September essentially. Then we went on a huge bull run. Then there was a huge bear run. Then there was a huge bull run. Then there was a big bear run. Now we're consolidating again. That is all that's happening. This price action here we've been speaking about for a long time because we haven't seen anything like this with Workhorse for a considerable period of time. We've just been trading sideways, which is weird. It's weird for this company. So what I'd like to remind you guys is we traded sideways. We started making some upwards momentum. And yeah, it's cool, but really guys, I don't think anything special is going to happen until we find out about the USPS contract. But regardless of that, we started making some upwards momentum. You know, we broke through some minor supports we had created. We made some new, you know, very short-term highs of maybe a few percent. Very quickly we pulled back. And now what's happened is we broke through the short-term supports down here and made a little bit more of a low. So it was consolidated, a little breakout, came all the way back down. I still think this is our most interesting range here, somewhere between 1924 and then the upside we're looking towards is 26, but I still think we're going to spend a lot of time in between, let's say 1924 and 2280. Anything either side of that I think will be short term until a big jump happens. I said the same back here, remember I said if we break through 23 with lots of momentum, I could see us going all the way up to 26, but we didn't have that momentum and it led to that pullback. The same goes on the way down. I mean, if we fall, you know, into the 18s slowly, I think this is going to lead to us coming back up into this range. I don't think this period of consolidation is over, but I certainly don't think we deserve to be going down in value right now, considering all of the good things that have been coming out lately. Steve Schrader's said some really nice things. We know they're speaking with everybody. We know now that they are working with IKEA. We know Lordstown Motors has been getting so many pre-orders, which obviously will positively affect Workhorse in the long term. There genuinely has been nothing but good news for this company. Now, there are the obvious downsides. I mean, look at our last quarter earnings and deliveries. They already had to, you know, say that next year is not going to be as good as we once hoped it was going to be. I get that. But as of late, nothing's really happened. Also, we have been trading below the 50-day moving average for a considerable period of time now. I wouldn't be surprised if we do dip slightly into the 18s and then move up a little bit. But guys, keep in mind that a lot of the market has been red while this has been happening as well. It's not even just EV. Look, BFT was down 4.37%, Corsair was down 2%, VGAC 2.3%, APXT 2.5%, Drive Shack was down 7%, Palantir was down 6%. For whatever reason, Workhorse investors start to panic heavily when we see these big swings. That's part of being a Workhorse investor. I've said it for so long on this channel. If you're not able for that, it's not the stock for you. Honestly, just go find something else. There's loads of stocks out there that aren't this volatile. But we are hoping that through holding through this volatility, the time will come where we just get to go straight to the moon, and us Workhorse investors will ultimately be rewarded. Only time is going to tell. One more little interesting thing here, okay? Analysts anticipate Workhorse will post quarterly sales of $1.25 million. Now this is interesting, and I'm not going to get too far into it because our quarterly sales are still a ways away before we find out about them. But when you look at IKEA, take a look at Pritchard, take a look at a few other people, this could end up being accurate, which would be decent. I mean, honestly, I'd probably like a little bit more, but I may just be trying to be too optimistic. Also, you may remember when the last quarterly report came out, I said I don't really care what happens Q4. I am focused on what happens in Q1 of next year, as are the management team. But again, this could be a catalyst, or the opposite. This could push the price down lower if people expect more than what is given to us. And then one more thing is just yet again, it always fills Workhorse investors with confidence. ARK investors have been buying more and more and more. It's kind of crazy looking back on it. I mean, here we are in the middle of August. They had 476,000 shares, and I remember everybody thinking that was an insane amount of shares, and it was a bullish reason to buy Workhorse. And now they're all the way up to 1.86 million shares, and they literally have been buying it every single day without fail as of late. Yesterday they bought 12k, the day before that was 17, the day before that was about 8, the day before that was what, 50,000 shares? They're still loading up, and institutional ownership is pretty much only going up as well. There has been very, very few sales. But that's really it for today's video, guys. That's just my thoughts on the recent price action. I really don't think there's anything irregular about it. A lot of people like overanalyze and overjudge Workhorse. Literally, until we find out about the USPS contract, we're going to hover. Wherever Workhorse wants to hover, that's what's going to happen. Maybe that's $25, maybe that's $15. We'll have to wait and see. But ultimately, once the USPS contract is announced, we will once again have clear direction for what way this stock is going to go, my friends. But anyway, guys, that was just your quick Friday update. I couldn't leave you guys without a Workhorse video. I mean, it's Friday. If you enjoyed today's video, could I please ask you again, hit that juicy like button. Please drop me a comment down below, and please, my friends, subscribe if you're new around here. And if you do want to join that private Discord, today is the best day because, again, they charge the first of every month, so it makes sense to do it now. In there you get my buy and sell alerts. You can also get access to a private live stream with me once a month. Over 40 private channels, over 600 investors. It's awesome, baby. And a $1,000 cash giveaway. Who doesn't like that? And if you do want those 4 free stocks on Webull, that's the second link in the description, my friends. Just have to sign up, deposit $100. It's easy money. Anyway, guys, I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed first day of the new year. I hope that you get everything you want this year and more, my friends. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you in another video very soon. Have a great day. Peace.